Rain hitting metal. 1:47 a.m. I saw the payphone outside the closed grocery store, standing under a broken light, like it missed a decade and never came back. Nobody uses those anymore. At least that's what people say. But there it was, still waiting, still connected to something. The parking lot was covered in rainwater, street lights stretching across puddles, like somebody spilled gold on concrete. I pulled my jacket tighter, walked closer, looked at the scratched up buttons, the faded instructions, the numbers carved into the side. Names of people who probably moved away years ago. Funny how some things survive simply because nobody bothered removing them. Cold rain, late hour, street lights lose their power.
Keep walking through the storm, trying to stay warm.
Cold rain, empty town, water falling down.
Keep moving through the night, searching for a light.
Cars passed occasionally on the highway nearby, tires hissing across wet pavement. Then silence again, the kind of silence that only exists after midnight. I sat on the curb beneath the awning, watching rain bounce off the asphalt, thinking about old phone numbers, people I haven't spoken to in years, conversations that ended normally, then somehow became the last one. Nobody tells you when a memory is being made. You only find out later when it's already too late to pay attention. The payphone stood there dripping water, patient as ever, not expecting anything. Cold rain, late hour, street lights lose their power.
Keep walking through the storm, trying to stay warm.
Cold rain, empty town, water falling down.
Keep moving through the night, searching for a light.
The rain started easing up around 2:30, clouds breaking apart above the parking lot, leaving pieces of moonlight behind. I stood up, brushed water from my sleeves, and looked at the payphone one last time. A strange thing to feel connected to a box of metal, a receiver, record. But maybe it wasn't about the phone, maybe it was about what it represented. A time when people called because they meant it, not because they were bored, not because an app reminded them, just because somebody was on their mind. I turned toward the road and started walking. Cold rain. Cold rain, sky clear slow, where the lost things go.
Keep moving through the dark, holding on to a spark.
Cold rain, night grows thin, morning waiting to begin.
Keep rolling through the gray, find another way.
Cold rain, one last glance, one more second, one more chance.
Keep walking past the past,
Nothing built to last. Payphone still standing. Rain finally stopped. Receipt printed. Balance looked back at me. I stopped at an ATM just after midnight because I needed cash for the week. The street was empty except for a taxi waiting at the corner, engine running, driver staring at nothing. The machine sat inside a small glass booth, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, making everything feel colder than it was. I slid my card in, pressed the buttons, watched the loading circle spin. Funny how a few numbers on a screen can change your mood. Faster than a bad day, faster than good news. The machine counted bills, printed a receipt, and suddenly I was standing there doing math in my head again. Late night, receipt slip, money comes, money dips. Keep moving through the strain, do it all again. Late night, cold screen, living somewhere in between. Keep pushing through the load, walking down the road. I folded the receipt and shoved it in my pocket, like hiding it would change it. Across the street, a convenience store was still open. A guy stocking shelves looked more awake than I felt. I bought a bottle of water, nothing else. The cashier wished me a good night without looking up. Probably said it 100 times already on the way back outside. I noticed the guy sitting on a bicycle near the bus stop, scrolling through his phone, waiting for someone, or maybe avoiding someone. Hard to tell these days. Everybody standing somewhere between arrival and escape. Late night, receipt slip, money comes, money dips. Keep moving through the strain, do it all again. Late night, cold screen, living somewhere in between. Keep pushing through the load, walking down the road. I drove home through empty streets, passing apartment windows still glowing. Somebody working late, somebody watching TV, somebody probably staring at their own problems. The city never really sleeps, it just changes shifts. I got home and emptied my pockets onto the table. Keys, coins, the receipt. I looked at it one more time, then folded it smaller. Not because the numbers changed, because tomorrow still had to happen. And worrying tonight wasn't paying anything either. Late night, numbers fade. Another bill, another trade. Keep moving through the storm, trying to stay warm. Late night, street lights glow, where the money always goes. Keep rolling through the gray, find another way. Late night, one more climb, one more overtime. Keep walking through the doubt, you'll figure it out. Receipt to my wallet, morning on the horizon. Envelope on the door. I already knew what it was. I saw it hanging there before I even unlocked the apartment. White paper, bold letters, tape barely holding it against the wind. The hallway smelled like old paint and somebody's dinner. Same as every week, I pulled the notice off the door, folded it once, didn't read it right away, didn't need to. Some things announce themselves before you open them. Inside the apartment, the fridge hummed louder than usual. Or maybe the room was just that quiet. I dropped my keys into a bowl near the entrance. Missed, they hit the floor, and for a second, that was the loudest thing in my life. Past due, late again, same fight, different end. Keep moving through the strain. Standing in the rain, heartbeat. I grabbed a notebook from the kitchen table, started adding things up, subtracting things down, watching total shrink faster than they should. Phone buzzing with advertisements, sales, discounts, vacation offers, like the universe was trying out stand-up comedy. I laughed once, not because anything was funny, because the alternative sounded worse. Past due, late again, same fight, different end. Keep moving through the strain,
Standing in the rain.
past due, paper thin, heavyweight, under skin. Keep breathing through the doubt.
Trying to work it out.
Around midnight, I walked down to the laundromat across the street. Not because I needed laundry done, just needed a place that wasn't my apartment. A guy sat near the dryers counting coins into neat little stacks. An older woman reading a magazine from last year. Everybody carrying something, money problems, family problems, future problems, just different names on the paperwork. I bought a soda from a machine that barely worked, sat by the window and watched headlights pass outside. The note is still folded in my pocket, the problem's still real, but somehow smaller than it felt 3 hours ago. Past due, still stand, doing all I can. Keep pushing through the storm, trying to stay warm. Past due, one more bill, one more climb up the hill. Keep moving, don't break down, even when you're running out. Past due, that goes on, then suddenly it's dawn. Keep walking through the gray,
Find another way.
notice on the table, morning on the way. Departure board flickering. 2:51 a.m. The terminal felt bigger at night. Maybe because half the lights were off. Maybe because everybody was waiting for something. A bus, a person, a reason to leave. I walked past rows of plastic seats, most of them occupied by tired people trying to sleep sitting upright. A guy in a construction vest using his backpack as a pillow. A woman drinking coffee from a paper cup, staring at a departure board that hadn't changed in 20 minutes near the entrance. A janitor pushed a mop across the floor, slow, steady strokes, like he had all the time in the world. The loudspeaker crackled overhead. Nobody listened until it mattered. Late ride, terminal glow. People leave, people go.
Keep waiting through the night.
Under fluorescent light. Late ride,
Cold air
heavy thoughts.
everywhere. Keep moving through the haze.
Lost inside these days. My bus was delayed 40 minutes. Nobody seemed surprised. The guy beside me laughed when the announcement came. Not because it was funny, because he'd expected worse. We started talking for a while about work, about weather, about places we'd never visit. The kind of conversation that only happens between strangers. Two people knowing they'll never meet again. Outside the windows, rain covered the parking lot, reflecting red brake lights across the pavement. Every arriving bus looked important until it wasn't mine. Then it was just another vehicle carrying another story. Late ride,
Terminal glow.
people leave.
People go. Keep waiting through the night.
Under fluorescent light. Late ride,
Cold air
heavy thoughts.
everywhere. Keep moving through the
terminal got quieter, not empty, just softer, like everybody was running low on energy together. The vending machine near gate 6 kept humming. A television in the corner played news to nobody. The rain finally stopped, leaving streaks across the glass. Then my bus appeared, nothing dramatic, just headlights turning into the lot. People stood up immediately, gathering back, stretching legs, preparing for another chapter. I grabbed my ticket, joined the line, followed the movement.
Late ride engine starts, people carrying different hearts. Keep rolling through the dark, holding on to a spark.
Late ride,
Miles ahead, too many thoughts inside my head. Keep moving, don't explain. Everybody rides some train.
late ride,
Morning near,
sky,
becoming clear. Keep walking through the dawn.
and carry on. Bus doors open. The terminal stayed behind.